So, I've only been asked once in my life, Pav, have you ever tried crispy Bhindiya fries? And I was like, what? Bhindiya and fries? Two of my both most favorite foods. And I was like, no, whoa, I'm going to try these. And it was none other than Johny Kalsi, the founder and torchbearer of the biggest drumming institution in the world, known as the Dhol Foundation. So about 3 years ago, Johnny took me to this a place in London where we actually tried this crispy Bhindiya, and I was like blown away. Whoa, such flavour, such crisp, and a totally different kind of experience I've not really had before, and it was absolutely awesome. So today I'm going to be cooking my version of Kurkuri Bhindi.
So the lovely ingredients, we got about 16 okras or Bhindiya, we've got 3 tablespoons of gram flour, 1 teaspoon of Carrom seeds, we got 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, and 1 teaspoon of Garam Masala. We'll be using about 1 teaspoon of salt, about 1/4 of a slice of lemon, a tablespoon of rice flour, and just a sprinkle of some black salt. Next, to chop the Bhindiya, we'll be topping and tailing them. And once that's been done, we'll be slicing them in half and then into quarters. And then we'll be doing that for all the pieces of okra. And then into a clean mixing bowl, we'll place all the sliced okra, and into that will go about 2 tablespoons of gram flour, a tablespoon of Carrom seeds, one tablespoon of coriander powder, a tablespoon of chili powder, and about half a teaspoon of Garam Masala, and a teaspoon of salt. And this is our dry mixture, and you want to make sure that all the pieces of Bhindi or okra are mixed thoroughly, making sure that each individual piece gets nicely coated. Next, we want to slice 1/4 of the lemon and get as much of that juice squeezed out as much as you can. And to that, we want to add about 2 tablespoons of water, perhaps just a touch more, and we want to give that a good mix. Make sure we incorporate all the dry mixture to get it as sticky as possible at this stage. Next, we want to add some more gram flour, and the tablespoon of rice flour, and just a little bit of water, just enough to make it sticky again. We want to add 2 tablespoons of oil. We want to make a nice consistency here, not to make it drown out in fluids, just enough so the batter sticks to the bhindi Might need to add a little bit more gram flour. So as you can see here, it's a nice consistency, a nice thick consistency, and the batter is nicely covering all the pieces of okra. Next, we want to test the temperature of the oil by throwing in just one of the pieces of okra, just to see how hot the oil is. And here we can see the temperature is just right. So we'll fry this one piece for about 30 seconds, and that seems fine. Because it's on its own, it doesn't need as much time. So now we want to add all the pieces of bhindi one by one, so that they don't clump together. Otherwise they'll form just one big massive okra bhaji, and that's what we don't want. So depending on the size of your kadahi or your frying pan, you might have to fry this in several batches. I've had to do this in 3 batches because I've just used a small pan really. So when they get to this kind of color, a golden brown crisp kind of color, take them out in a slotted spoon, drain them, and then put them into another container without tissue, because the tissue will make them soggy and wet, and we don't want that. We want them to stay crispy. And here we have the finished okra, the finished Kurkuri Bhindi. These are so nice. I'm sure you can see how lovely, crispy and crunchy these are. Really nice. Thanks, Johny Kalsi.
So, I hope you enjoyed my version of Kurkuri Bhindi. It's awesome, and if you do give it a go, please don't forget to leave comments below, and most importantly, also don't forget to hit the subscribe button just there, the red one. If you do, what will happen is you'll get updates every time I upload a new video, and you won't miss out on the new recipes that I've got planned for the next few months ahead. So all that's left for me to say is goodbye from me. Until next time.